Today, we are revisiting a case that has haunted Central Ohio for 2 decades now. 20 years ago, on this day, Brian Shaffer walked into an off-campus bar by the Ohio State University and was never seen again. The bizarre disappearance led investigators on tips around the world, but none of them brought them any closer to finding the OSU medical student. It's a story that has also led to many true crime podcasts and Facebook pages dedicated to solving this missing persons mystery.
So this all started in 2006, a story that I remember covering when Brian's news of his disappearance started percolating louder. Over the years, 10 TV has led the way with coverage and exclusive insight from Columbus investigators. And today, I had the chance to talk with one of the lead detectives when Brian first disappeared. That detective is now retired, but offered some new insight into surveillance cameras that we never knew.
My belief is that the construction area that was going on underneath the Ugly Tuna, there was a stairwell and an elevator, and that went down into that area. And there was no cameras down in that area. The doors were secured by plywood and a lock and chain. When we checked that out, you could push on the doors and easily, go in and out of the doors there. We had cadaver dogs come in. They searched that area. It was basically a dirt floor at the time. The cameras that were outside those corners, I believe somehow he managed to get out when the cameras weren't facing the door, and went out of the building.
So the possibility, John, you're saying is if he did leave in some way, met foul play outside the bar, that could have been something sadly as simple as perhaps a crime of opportunity that happened to Brian.
Exactly.
Well, today I also joined 10 TV's Colin Dorsey and Bryn Caswell to talk about the case on The Big Picture. It's our in-depth podcast where we talk about all things local. So you can see that every day at 9 a.m. But this podcast that we did about Brian, that will also stream later on 10 TV Plus as well.